Hello, and welcome back to the Gamer's Tale. I'm Trent Gander. I'll be your dungeon master for the evening, and we're following our heroes after they have um, rescued the King Arioch of the Kingdom of Ultan, and I mute Nick because reasons. Where we last left off, they had just defeated two shield guardians and a golem, or a shield guardian and a golem. Saw a strange magical individual, and a set of magical individuals, one of whom was recognized by Yoan as a former classmate of his. They quickly got out of there teleportation wise and left the henchmen to try to deal with these group of adventurers, where Yoan actually managed to hold off the golem by himself for about 90% of the fight, which I was very amused by. They encountered a large crystal orb showing strange visions to the one who held it, being Yoan. And after he seemed to be pulled into it, Treadskala managed to rend it from his hands and break it against the floor in his mouth. After that, they had a wonderful lesson in why fire, and he just left because he didn't realize I had muted him. Okay. Why fire shouldn't be used on shield guardians because they can heal from fire.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oops.
So that's where we left off. What are you guys doing now?
So we're still in this dungeon, right?
Yes, technically.
Where did the stairs go?
The stairs go up, and then up, and then out, and then up on top of the building.
Have we already been on all those ups, or?
Yes.
Okay.
We can, unless you want to slowly bring yourself back up.
I just well, we already searched everything downstairs, right? We were pretty
Yes.
thorough.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so let me ask this question.
Did we go down that hallway over here?
Yeah, we went through the entire thing downstairs.
Alright.
We were very thorough. All right, so let me ask you this: these four dudes,
Mm-hmm.
they are Saronicus. Trent.
Sorry. I shrugged. You don't know.
How am I supposed to see you shrugging, buddy? I was looking at the other screen.
I forgot. It's a reflex, but yes, shrug.
Well, I mean, I passed by them earlier, and wouldn't fuck, what's his name? Let me grab my notebook out.
Rard.
Yeah, Rard. Wouldn't Rard know?
Rard
Rard's got
know.
this sense.
If you asked him.
Okay, well, let's go back in there. Right here. I'm gonna fuck some people up today. I need to.
He needs to beat it.
And I'm gonna think in my head, hey Rard, do you sense anything about these people?
Yes.
Okay. What about them? Are they what we think?
What do you think?
Well, I think they might be Saronicus. This is all in my head, by the way.
I gather.
Saronicans.
You hear like this deep inhale as if something was sniffing things. And I says, yes, they are.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go back out our secret door over here. Come back to my party and just be like, all right, guys. So those four dudes in the other room, they're with Saronicus. So I think it'd be good if we get rid of them. You know, just to be sure that this place is empty and safe. You know?
Oh yeah.
That's
Well,
right.
Last thing we need is someone coming up behind us.
Yeah, that you know, it's a little no Russian situation for me.
I get your reference.
I would say, please tell me someone got that reference.
I got the reference.
So if you don't want to do it, just hang out here for like, I don't know, 2 minutes or so.
You don't need help with the old man?
Well, we got those four over there, and then we got these four over here. So I figured we get these four youngins, and then we get the other ones.
Sorry, could I get a screen share?
I think.
Can you see it? You should be able to see it. Unless I messed up the screen share.
Yep, you're just showing up as a green
Oh,
circle that says tie.
I see the screen share, but I can also see your hand, Nick, or specifically the light above you. Oh, there
Okay.
it is. There.
Do I have to push another button?
Did you say share to all, or did you just include screen share?
Oh, wait a minute. Whoops. I did not click what I usually click was present to everyone because they don't have that here.
Interesting.
Usually they
I can
do.
see
It's the only
I
reason
can
why I'm seeing it. Okay, so you can see it, but Nick can't see it.
Oh yeah. All right. So, who's going to be joining in on this?
Brock.
Yep.
Is that in response, or are you saying yeah, you'll join in?
Yes, I'm joining in.
Awesome, let's do it. Tread.
What exactly are we joining in on?
Oh,
Killing everybody.
Trent, you can't move them now. You can't move them now.
Should I have a blaze
Picking
song
names.
left?
Is that a short or a long rest mechanism?
I don't know. Crap, what happened to my...
You get 2 a day, right?
I think I only get...
Oh, you get multiples. Hold on. Let me go to D&D tools real quick.
If you only get, we can see that tie.
Yeah, sorry. Let's see. Oh,
Blaze.
crap.
Starting a second level.
Wizard. Blade singing.
Huh.
Visual casting. My God.
Well,
If you-
who's ever going to be joining in on this? I need you to roll an initiative score.
Let's fucking do it.
So we're going to attack the guys in the room to the right.
Yeah, the room right here,
So
and then we're gonna swoop over here and take these guys out. Which this guy is magic. He's gonna have some cool
the
shit.
red's a secret door.
You
Yeah.
assume he's going to have that, but
Me and Brock. Me and Brock. Me and Brock.
Is
Tread,
it
are you?
seriously just us two?
No, it's me, you, and Tread.
5e tools says
Okay.
that you can blade song twice a day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably do that then.
Ty, are you coming?
I think I should, mainly because I might be able to help people not get themselves killed. Do we rectify this junk with Yoan only having 1 hit point left?
I think we did that last session.
I don't know. It's saying 62.
Oh, we got also leveled up twice. That's automatic heals, right?
yes,
Okay, never mind. Just forget what I said.
I will.
Said what?
Gladly. Gladly?
Okay.
Oh, it's me and Ty going first.
By the way, I need to roll initiative.
Yeah,
You
you need
got
to
the
roll
better
initiative.
dexterity, don't you?
He's got the better modifier.
Never mind.
Okay.
Ralph beat me.
Oh, oh yeah, because he's got godlike whatever. He's got like his intelligence modifier is like plus 10 or whatever he's got to do.
Initiative goes off of dexterity.
Well, it seems to me that he gets really high rolls for it either way. Let me put it that way to you.
Okay. So we have 7 for Tread.
Which
The
is new.
lowest he can actually go.
At one.
14 for Brock. 16 for Bask, 17 for Yoan, and another 16 for Frederick. Okay.
So, oh, are we like already in the room?
Hey,
No.
No, not yet. We're technically like one room outside, and this room is secret.
hey, Nick.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm just gonna mute him on my side.
Okay, that muted him all over. So we know you can hear us, Nick. Yeah, I can't hear him either. So we know you can hear us, and when it's your turn, we'll unmute you. All
I don't
right.
know how to
Okay, I
unmute
will take
people,
the silence as a yes.
Take the silence
do.
as a yes. Ha ha ha.
Would you just do the exact same thing when you click on the button?
It does not work that way. Not for me.
Does not work that way.
I'm
Did
clicking
not-
muted.
Oh, it's the period.
Oh my
period.
goodness.
We're gonna see what happens.
I thought they were little like cherry firework things, but it's not it.
Okay.
I didn't even know. that was an
Presenting to
option.
everyone. I just see squares.
No, it's not
fingers.
squares.
You might have to.
Yeah.
So you might just have to unmute yourself, Brock. But yeah. Okay.
Yes. Now I'm screen sharing and presenting to everyone. That's how it normally looks.
Yeah, I did that by hand.
I wondered why I
And
couldn't
so
do it.
focus
Usually
on-
I can do it. So
Yeah, I don't know why I can't unmute Brock.
You're seeing it too, right? That you can't do it.
You should be able to go. Yeah, I can't do it either. You should be able to go to your settings, possibly, and hit unmute. Or you should bring it down, and it should also have the little phone, or sorry, the little microphone thing. You should have a slash through it. You should be able to click on that, or tap on that, or something like that.
No shit. I'm sorry. There you go. He did it.
All right, we can hear you now. All right, he's now muted himself. Fantastic. So, top of the round, Yoan.
All right. So I need to like go into the room.
Yes.
I'm gonna go to the corner. And wait,
Yeah, alt button.
I'm checking my spells. So what exactly race are the creatures?
They are humanoids. There's some humans. There's some dwarves. There's some elves and a half orc.
Quick question: is this guy the half orc?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try to see range 30 feet, 10, 20. Crap.
it's just shy of these. Just shy of these two. You could hit that
That's-
guy and that guy.
Can I move up to 5 feet?
From where you were to where you are now is right at the end of 30 feet.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, because it was in the back there. Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20.
I'm doing it.
Like, yeah.
How do I do the like ping what I want to hit?
You go to select move, click and hold.
Select-
Yeah.
Just hold down the left click.
Yeah. Which color is his?
Light blue.
Okay.
I'm not getting any.
Have you selected on the left-hand side the cursor that says select move?
Left hand.
In the upper left corner, there's something that looks like a mouse cursor.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Make sure.
select a move.
Hmm.
And then just click and hold the left button.
I don't know. I'm.
You're moving yourself. You're not supposed
Yeah.
to click on you. But
No, I
yeah.
know, but I'm like not sure how to.
These guys.
Yeah. That's
This
Right.
guy or this guy?
It's about here.
draw shape maybe. No.
All right. 12 o'clock. Use the clock. 12, 1, 3, or 5.
3.
Okay. So this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm
That's-
casting light.
That's 5, Ty.
Oh. Oh no, he said 3, didn't he? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Never mind. Never mind.
Huh. How do I cast the spell?
Which one?
Click its
Light.
name. Just click the name.
Yeah.
Click. Cast at what level?
Oh, that's right.
Is it like the spell level or?
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
spell
you
up.
can
Oh, the
cast at higher level.
slot. Yeah.
Okay.
So 4th level, I guess, then.
Target must
Yeah,
make a
that's-
Constitution saving throw. Okay, so either way, it's taking damage. It has to make a con save. What does it have to beat? It's your caster level plus proficiency.
15.
Exactly. I remember the Constitution, but it
His DC is 15.
takes
Okay, it saves, or he saves.
Okay.
Oh. Half damage.
Target takes 8d8 necrotic damage on a failed save.
Yes.
Half
So roll
is
damage.
Okay, so half. Should I just do like 40?
You should roll 8d8 and then have whatever that's done.
I was just gonna ask that.
Okay, roll 8d8. Is that right?
Okay, 45 of 45 is roughly 23, so 22 points of damage.
Cool. All right. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, so you see Yoan raises his hand, and just this kind of cloud of necromantic energy appears around this guy and starts to crackle into him, and he takes 22 points of damage. He's just like, oh, as he kind of starts to age really quickly. And he gets pox on his skin. You're right. Frederick,
Okay.
if Yoan has done all that he can, it is now your turn.
30.
Awesome.
Da-da-da-da.
Batman.
First things first. Hunter's Mark
On this guy?
on this guy.
Awesome.
Is that a
doing-
paladin thing?
Yes, sir. Well,
Wow.
Vivian's paladin.
Okay.
And then 1, 2, 3.
Okay. The first one hits, the second one matches, and the last one hits.
So all 3?
Tie goes to the defender.
I thought you had to match or beat the DC.
And then the other one, it matches blocks because it has to exceed. Anyway, at least 2 hits.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I clicked the wrong one. So ignore the middle one. Okay, I'm going to use my Savage Attacker feat. So 11 and 3 is 14. 11 and 6 is 17. So that's 33. Plus my 4 from my Hunter's Mark. And then another Hunter's Mark because it's for each weapon attack. So another 5. So 42.
Nice.
Okay. So you just lay into him and you see just the life exit his body into your sword. He turns into the equivalent of a raisin and clatters to the floor. Dead.
I'm going to turn and face the half orc. Or is he a full orc?
He is a half orc.
And I'm going to move my Hunter's Mark to him. And I'm going to say, "You're next, big boy."
Hey. Okay. Lundgren, it is now your turn.
Okay. Let's see. I'm pressing Control, not Alt. Here we go. I'm gonna shoot this guy. Looks like he's got a green cloak or whatever.
You're kind of facing him. I kind of assumed.
Okay. Let's see. 2d8.
I'm guessing you're casting Eldritch Blast.
Let's do Sacred Flame.
Okay.
No. Yeah, let's do Eldritch Blast. No. Oh, no, sorry. Last time. Sacred Flame just one time.
You really want that to work, don't you?
Eventually, I was hoping so.
All right. So he has to be a 16.
Yeah. Or, well, 17 because I have that rod thing.
Ah, yes. It does not.
Okay.
It takes 2 points of Sacred Flame damage.
Plus 5 because with my Eldritch Invocation, Agonizing Blast. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. Never mind. Just forget what I said. I forgot.
Because that's not an Eldritch attack.
Yeah, I know. Never mind. 2 damage.
You take 2 points of damage. You see just this little Sacred Flame just kind of singe him. He's like, ah! Oh, God.
The equivalent of a cigarette butt.
That's actually more about 1 point of damage, but...
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I won't be doing that again, I don't think.
Brocked. Easy your turn. Brocked. You're
Sorry,
still
I got
muted.
yeah, I got that mute. The guys at 12 and 1 o'clock, how far away are they?
They are. Hang on. We can actually measure that. About 50-ish feet away from where you are currently.
Okay. And Stephen would be 10 feet away from me at that point, correct?
Roughly, yes.
Oh, wait. Thunderwave is 15 feet ready. Yeah, so I'd still hit him.
Yes, you have Thunderwave now. I forgot about that.
Yeah. See, I tried to tell Stephen not to run in there, but I didn't unmute. Because then I was going to go right in between all three of them, hit them all with it. But...
What's the
You're
save?
still with this one.
Con, I thought.
I believe it is.
I'll be okay. I got a pretty decent con save.
Then you critical fail. That's what I find.
Yeah.
Oh, I should be fine, but it wasn't fine.
Little did he
Alright.
know it would change his life forever.
Well, I'll run into the middle of them. And I'll spend a hit dice to cast it at second level.
All right, so you're coming like what? Oh, you're moving your guy, or
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is like right behind Steven. And nowhere near where they are. You would just be nuking Steven and your party.
Okay.
barbarians.
from-
Barbarians have. He should have a speed of 40.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
I was just about to check that. All right. So that puts you
Right on the
Here.
other side of Stephen.
which would then catch those two guys in there.
Yeah.
Right.
Within 15 feet. So yeah, then I'll spend a hit die and cast that at second level. 12.
Okay.
Sorry, did that roll? Okay, so I take 8 damage.
Oh, so that it causes you to do that
Yeah.
to yourself.
Yeah, but I get to cast it at second level, which adds a d8 to damage.
Okay. Okay, so this is a con save.
What's his DC?
Nick, what is the DC for your attack roll?
I didn't make it, whatever it is.
I think I'm just gonna show that.
What's the casting ability?
Constitution
Okay, so what's your Constitution bonus?
5. No, 4.
Okay, so it'd be 11 plus 4, so 15.
Okay,
I think it's 4. Yes.
so 6 points of thunder damage. Otherwise, the save means they take nothing, correct?
I think save is half.
No,
Okay.
save is they're not knocked away.
Okay, so it's just 6 points of thunder damage no matter what. Okay.
Oh, plus a D8.
Plus a
Okay, so
D8.
it should be 2d8 at first level, and I spent a hit die to cast it at second level, which adds a d8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just start with the base damage. 6.
Wouldn't
And we'll-
automatically roll it at 2d8. You got a 1 and a 5.
Yeah, at second level it should be 3d8.
Want me to just roll a d8 for you?
Yeah, I mean I can.
There you go.
Okay.
Well,
So that's 13 points damage to Frederick.
And how far am I pushed back?
I think 10 feet.
Is it in a random direction or?
Directly away from me.
So they put you somewhere right around here.
Boop.
Okay. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
Awesome. Now it's the first bad guy's turn.
Okay, so yeah, on a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed.
He rushes up to Lundgren. And your AC is 15?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so he swings at you and he misses. Remember to mute yourself, Nick. Please and thank you. Alright, is now Tetskala's turn.
Okay. Do. I'm going to cast a spell, but I need to figure out which spell. How far am I from people? There's a guy there.
Like 60 feet.
65 to that guy. 60 to that guy, okay. Hey, I have some things that move that fast. Perfect. Let's have some fun. Okay. I'm going to first cast a new spell, Guardian of Nature, on myself. And I choose the Primal Beast. My walking speed increases by 10. I get Dark Vision 120. Strength-based attack rolls are made with advantage. Melee weapon attacks deal extra damage. And I'm going to... I have the ability to use Wild Shape as a bonus action, but because this spell uses a bonus action, I should be able to do it as an action, right? Because other druids do it as an action.
The casting of this spell?
The spell is a bonus action, but Wild Shape is an action for most druids. But for me, it's bonus. So I should be able to just do it as an action, right?
True.
Okay. So I'm not going to get to do anything special this turn, but I'm going to Wild Shape into a Oh god. What am I turning into? Screw it, Allosaurus.
Spell Allosaurus for me. Oh, never mind. I can just take it from the other map.
Oh, I thought it was.
Yes. And I'm just gonna stride out this way and stand there menacingly.
Ah, dun, dun, dun. All right, so you turn into an Allosaurus and you push between two people and stand in the middle.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Which one of these is number 5? Okay.
Me.
He's going to approach Brock and he's going to attempt to attack him. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay, did I hit either one of those guys?
Yeah, they were pushed 10 foot back.
Okay, yeah, the screen share is not showing anymore. So
Oh, I forgot to.
What?
don't ask me, man.
Yeah, you're blacked out, die.
Oh.
Okay, what is your AC?
16.
Okay. He just kind of stabs at you with his
Actually,
rapier and dagger and misses.
okay, because I might actually have to add that up again because I got 1 Constitution, so my modifier went up by 1.
So you get an extra +1 per level for that.
All right. The half orc goes into takes his 30 feet of movement and flanks you, and begins to try to attack you again. And he misses both times. You just kind of feel this dull thudding against your back. And orcish curses. All right, top of the round. Yoan, it's your turn. I recommend Fireball.
Right. Kick. 10, 20.
It won't hurt Brock very much, I don't think.
Not with my resistance to fire damage.
All right. I'm gonna.
I think that between me and Brock, we'd be perfectly fine.
Okay. So. How do I?
Just click on the
Just click on
scimitar attack option in the middle. There we go. Okay, those both hit.
Okay. I gotta do it in the.
Yeah, click the scimitar plus 1. All right. All right. So you come up behind the this half orc. You bring out your scimitar and just hack him to pieces. He collapses in a bloody heap, dead, among other things.
He's been graveyarded.
Oh yeah, I literally planned for you guys to fight these off the first, and they're scaled for like level 5. You guys. Okay, does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, it's now Steven's turn.
So that guy
Okay.
between me and that's a monster.
So that guy right there. Oh, so my half orc died.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Hunter's mark to the other guy.
Okay.
Come down here. Flanking.
Okay.
Give me a second to check something out here.
Shit, how long is that?
I'm gonna use nope, just full 3 attacks. 10, 21, 19.
Okay. So since you do have advantage, only 2 of those hit.
The second and third one.
Yes.
Savage attacker feat. All right, I'm gonna take the first one. So 13 and 12 make 25. Plus 5 is 30. Plus my hunter's mark. Give me a second. Plus another 5 is 40.
Okay. So
What? 13 and 12 make 25. No, 35. Excuse me.
So you come in on this guy, you just sink your blades into his back, and he expires as the necrotic and force damage just wreak havoc on his body.
Cool.
Awesome. Yes.
And I'm not gonna move my hunter's mark.
All right. Lundgren, it's now your turn.
Okay. Oh, so those guys are dead. So we
Mhm.
could do 5, 10, 15, 20. And I can shoot that guy. And we're going to do what I originally took the invocation for and do Eldritch Blast this time. If that hit?
Yes.
Okay. So 2 beams. There's 1 plus 5 is 7. Second one plus 5 is 10. 7 and 10 is 17.
All right. So as you move over to where the guy is, and the Eldritch Blast crackles from your hands and blasts into his side, you see him crumple. Like a lot of his substructures have just been flattened, and he falls to the ground in a heap.
Oh, wow.
Also dead.
Wow.
Okay. What are you guys doing now?
Next room.
Oh, they're all gone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long is my blade song?
1 minute.
1 minute.
1 minute. So
Yeah.
if we get in there, the other room.
Yeah, I'm in a rush because I used this spell and it only lasts a minute also.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. So let's just go in, run in there then, or whatever.
Yeah, I've got a
Real
speed of
quick.
60 plus an extra 10 because of my spell, so I am bursting through that door at full speed.
Okay.
I feel like any one of us probably could have handled the entire room by ourselves.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I'll use the same
Rolls.
rolls.
Okay. Which means it's Yoan's turn then, right?
No. Top of the round, the old man wizard.
Okay.
Fuck, we shouldn't have clustered.
Yeah,
It's a cluster, all right.
Hey, I never said I moved.
true.
Well, Brock might be the smartest of us.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, I would have
because you
gotten in there
mentioned it
way
just now.
faster than everybody.
Okay. He steps back and places himself against the wall.
I technically could have gotten to him in the movement it took to get in this room.
But unfortunately for us, you didn't say you were going to attack him right away.
Okay. He's going to cast Magic Missile.
Oh fuck!
That's all right.
Can I dispel that?
If you have Counterspell.
I do.
Okay.
Uh,
That's a 3rd level spell, if I remember correctly.
yeah. You know, fuck it. I don't want to waste.
Okay. Seeing as you
Where's
don't
the
do that, he's going to put 2 bolts into Yoan, the Allosaur, and Frederick.
So that's like 2d4.
Hang on, I gotta check my notes I have on this guy. Hang on. If I remember correctly, it adds. Yeah, let me look up Magic Missile real quick.
I thought it was a d4. I could be wrong.
They are D4s. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll just open up the search tab. Okay. Load faster. Da-da-da. All right, yeah, it's just D4s, and it's just an additional.
+1.
It's just when you cast at higher levels, it's just additional darts. Okay, so you see these green energy bits of energy come from him and fly into, or Lundgren sees them fly into Frederick, the Allosaur, and Yoan.
And holy crap.
Okay. I'm just going to mass roll this. All right. Yoan takes 7 points of damage, 8 on the Allosaur, and 8 on Frederick. And that's going to end his turn. It is now Yoan's turn.
Crap. Alright, I'm just gonna run up to this 10, 20. What am I doing? Oh, the scimitar.
Okay, let's see. All right, the 2 strikes hit.
Oh yeah, cool.
Mm-hmm. 19. He takes 19 points of slashing damage.
Cool.
You just come into this guy who just cast Magic Missile into you, and you put him 2 big slashes across his chest. And he's like, ah, the blood sprays everywhere. It's a completely gory moment. Okay. Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. One of the other half orcs in here rushes up and begins to he rushes over to the side, begins attacking the Allosaur. What's your AC in Allosaur mode?
14.
14. Okay. $14, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's roll the lesser damage first. Swings his light hammer at you, and you take 6 points of damage. And for the other one, you take 16 points of damage as he just finds a sweet spot on the side of you and smashes in with his mace.
Can we take a break after this this combat?
Yeah. Okay, Steven, it's now your turn.
Okay.
I lost the screen share again.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to do to get it going again, but it doesn't seem to want to cooperate.
Hunter's mark on this guy. 1, 2, 3.
Holy.
24, 12, 19.
Okay, 24, 12, and 19. Only 2 of those hit the first and the last.
All right. So attack a feat on the second one, taking the first roll. So 13 and 12 and a 25 and 2 hunter's marks. Plus another 9 is 34.
Okay, you rush up to him. You cut him across with. For some reason, the Holy Avenger does not appear to be doing as much damage as it used to do because you just can't seem to hit with it. But Night's Fall just cuts into his back and leeches necrotic energy into him and his life out of him, and he collapses dead on the ground, wheezing. Does that end your turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Bosk, it's now your turn.
Okay. Is this somebody? Where's
Yes, that's somebody.
okay. So let's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna shoot this fella with Eldritch Blast, or I should say try being the operative word
That's a
here.
dexterity save.
Eldritch Blast.
Oh, that's just an attack roll. Okay.
Yeah. That's
That does not hit.
let me try again. 2 beams.
That does hit.
Okay. Plus 5.
All right. So the first Eldritch Blast crackles at your fingers, but then you bring the other one around and it pushes a wall of energy into him, and he takes 12 points of Eldritch damage. Plows into him. And then some of his armor kind of crumples. Okay. One of the other ones begins to move. Oh, sorry. Never mind. Oh, yeah. No, one of the ones begins to move. A large individual, kind of trollish in nature. Comes to the other side of Yoan
Oh,
And-
shit.
and begins to swing his club at you.
You got this, Yoan.
Is your blade song active?
Yeah,
What's your AC with your blade song?
22.
Okay. You take 9 points of damage, and he just brings the club down on you.
Holy
Okay, Brock, it's now your turn.
Okay, could somebody else give me a screen share since Ty's not working?
And I don't know why it's not working.
It's not your fault. It's just
It's just what it is.
yeah. Also, how exactly do cantrips work? Is there a limit to the number of times you can cast that?
Cantrips are cantrips. You can use them all.
Look, the short answer is no.
Okay,
There's no
How many
limit.
times I can cast it?
Can you
Cool,
see
that'll-
this?
Yeah, I can see that, but
Okay.
I guess
Here are you. Here's everyone else.
could you? Just me in the other room. So the bluish figure at the top left is the only baddie left.
Yeah, this guy over here.
What's that thing down at the bottom? South side.
Here?
Yeah.
That's a guy. It's a
That's-
dwarf.
That's somebody. I'm shooting them.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna run into the room, just like 40 feet ish.
Okay.
Okay, just like center of the room.
Yeah, right there's fine.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay.
And I'm gonna throw 2 javelins at the dwarf.
Awesome. Okay. 19.
Yep, that's it.
That's one javelin.
There we go.
And critical failure. Roll a 1d4 for me. Okay, the javelin breaks. The second one does, but roll damage for the first since it does hit. Okay.
Almost maxed.
You see it just spike into one of the chinks in his armor, and he takes 11 points of piercing damage. Okay, does that end your turn?
Yes, it is.
Okay. The dwarf, angered by this, rushes up in front of you, and he swings. Come on, I need to be able to see his stats. And he swings his maul at you. He critically fails. And okay. He just misses. All right. Tread Scala. It's now your turn.
I stare down disapprovingly at him.
He stares back equally disapprovingly.
I'll go right up here. And my spell is still active, so I have advantage on my attacks. 23
That hits.
for 16. Oh, I have to roll an extra d6 because of my spell.
He's dead anyway.
Okay, then.
He had 7 hit points left.
Can I literally rip him in half?
I mean, I can have him have only 4 legs and 2 arms left after you bite him.
And I'll use my movement to go up to this guy and attack him too.
Wait, 4 legs and 2 arms?
Yes, 4 legs and 2 arms.
Advantage. Ooh. Do I need to roll the extra damage?
Nah, he's dead.
Okay.
Closes Dispel Magic page on that he was looking up. So you just come in and you just rake him across the body, and he's just kind of torn to shreds. He's a big bloody pile of robes now.
I eat what was in my mouth.
It's kind of crunchy. The last one that you bit had a really hard shell. It's unpleasant, but not together, but altogether untasty. Okay.
Just kind of like a dog that kind of regrets what he's eating. Just
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Oh, the wizard's
You hear
down?
Yep.
Yes. He has nothing on him that isn't now just bloodied in robes.
there. And that's everybody, right?
Nope.
That is everyone.
What about the troll fella?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the
Behind
fella.
Yoan
Holy
right
crap.
there.
You know what?
Oh, yeah.
I've got more movement still, and I'm gonna bonus action Hungry Jaws.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Hungry Jaws. That
Hot
was
damn!
okay. You'll have to roll extra damage. You can still roll extra damage, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I suggest you do that. All right, so that's 22.
Yep.
Okay, he's still standing. He just has some meat bit out of him.
And I gain a little hit point.
Ooh. Okay.
That is it.
All right. It's now Yoan's turn.
All right. So this guy next to me and the Allosaurus, is that the
Mhm.
last guy?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
That hits. That's a critical failure.
Oh yeah. All right. So
Okay. And roll the critical failure for me just because.
how do I do that?
1d4. Okay, so you just miss. You kill him, cutting him throat into his chest, and he just collapses, gurgling in front of you. Bits and pieces of him being eaten by an allosaur. This is not how this guy expected to end his life.
Oh man.
Okay.
This guy tastes a
I
little
don't
better.
think most people anticipate being eaten by a dinosaur.
I mean,
This is
he's
true.
he's a troll. He kind of tastes like worn shoe leather, but you've probably eaten worse.
I have probably eaten a shoe before.
What was what was on their bodies?
Ah, yes. I don't have to bring you back to there. You find
Give me a second. 1 second. Okay.
one large mace or maul, one great club,
Did you say one large mace or maul?
mace/maul. It's it's a hammer. You find a mace, a light hammer. As I said before, nothing on the Zavisid. Uh, and scimitar on that one orc, or half orc. A short sword.
Oh, the battles. All right. I'm gonna take a break.
Yes. One long sword. And a
Okay, I'll be back.
Archery
Dagger and
from the
rapier.
pear tree.
One dagger.
and rapier. Okay, and we will take a small break.
So you said one large maul,
Mm-hmm.
one mace,
Mm-hmm.
one great club, one light hammer,
Mm-hmm.
one scimitar, one short sword,
Mm-hmm.
one long sword, one dagger, one rapier.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
So, any questions, comments, stuff?
I need to sell shit. I need to sell a lot of stuff.
Well, you have a number of places to go to. The closest one being Giva and the Oasis are roughly equidistant.
I'm extremely happy I didn't waste that spell.
Darn it! I was gonna try to dispel it from you.
You son of a bitch.
I mean, it's my job as the DM.
I know.
The players make my job hard. I have to make their job hard. It's the
Yeah,
way
I
it
know.
You should have seen what he did to me last week, or rather, this Saturday.
Oh yeah.
You
He
should have seen what I
faced
did to
a-
myself this weekend.
Ooh. I don't want to see that side of the internet. Thank you.
Okay, that came out wrong. I rolled too many nat ones. Like, I rolled
Oh.
statistically improbably poorly.
Grog, our barbarian, has done that. He says he threw a set of dice out the window, the only set that he had at the time because he rolled so many net ones in the game, and he just tossed them into the forest and left them there.
Damn. I ended up with like 10-ish d20s in dice jail.
Wow.
It was a long session, so it's not like I rolled like 20 nat ones in an hour, but
Define long session because most of the ones I play are about 4 hours.
we started at 9 and ended around 3. So
Yeah, that's not too
6
bad.
hours ish. A little bit.
One of our old rogue in the Saturday night game once played a 24-hour D&D game.
I also did that once. It was for charity.
he said it was fantastic. And we were talking to, I forget who we were talking to. He's like, why would you do that? It's like, after playing for a little bit, it's like, I can see why you would do that.
Mm-hmm. Mine would have been fantastic if I had a decent DM. Worst DM I've ever had, by far.
I've only played a couple of games, to be honest. I've had a couple of DMs, and there's only one guy who was an okay DM, and he was also probably one of the worst players I've ever played with. And having one of the worst players to ever play for. He was extremely defeatist, which annoyed me to no end.
This guy did everything in his power, not to make it difficult, to make it impossible for us to win.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You mean like transforming a halfling shopkeeper into a dragon? When you
No, that was planned. That was planned for that to be there. You could still probably fight, but you decided to go off by yourself and try to rob the place. That wasn't
I thought he was
designed
a halfling, not a red dragon.
Hey, I know you're a rogue doing rogue crap, but Sunday was like, okay, I'm going to be leaving now. I'm going outside of the city. And Grog's like, yeah, so am I. It's like, oh, yes, please let this happen. Please let him go into this place, try to rob the place by himself, far away from his reinforcements for this scenario, because it was the perfect setup. I could not pass that up.
I honestly didn't even know dragons could disguise themselves as like people.
Yeah, they have polymorph, if I remember correctly, or some of them do.
More powerful ones usually, yeah. Ancient dragons are really known for that.
Yeah, or they have an item that allows them to polymorph.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, how can they do that? We're playing with a thing where you can call lightning down from the sky. I don't think being able to turn one thing into another thing is that big of a jump.
I do it every day. If we weren't in such confined spaces, I would have turned into something even cooler.
Something that I have to find a suitable.
Yes. I think you know which one I might be talking about. There are a couple.
No, I was not thinking of that one because I haven't really looked that deeply into polymorph for druid ability, shape change.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do have a interface character that is a druid, but he's not really set up for that. He's more there to, I'm going to keep these players alive.
More the caster type, I gotcha.
Well, he's he's a heal bot. That's pretty much what he's going to be in combat, at least. Probably should get him a token because they need to be able to see where he is. Probably, maybe, I don't know. Ooh, yeah.
Not if they're dead.
True.
Yeah, I played a rogue for the first time, and that was when I rolled all the nat ones. So that was just, whoops, ran into a trap. Whoops, ran into another trap. Oh no, here I go again.
I'm running out of fingers.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. The rogue who played 24 hours, I played his character when he wasn't there because stuff needed to get done, and it was the most roguish experience of the entire campaign until Nick's little con job last Saturday. Because he has a decent sized emerald, and he sells it to the halfling, and then he's like, I'm going to come back. He lies to the entire party that he found no place to sell it. And so they're all just like, yeah.
That was a fantastic roll.
Oh yeah, it was. They're fine. He sneaks back in. He tries to break into the place. You use that magic rod of teleportation so much. You have 2 uses left. Please don't waste them. No, wait. Please waste them.
Oh, I plan on it.
And he comes in. He's like deaf, trying to search the safe and stuff. And he would have heard the guy coming in. And really, Nick, I have to commend you on your lack of forethought of being a career criminal. He's not in disguise. He has no mask, no different clothing, just regular street clothes. He tumbles into this guy and tries to knock him unconscious with his fists because he didn't want to murder this guy. The halfling.
I thought he was a halfling.
The halfling, with his dragon grapple, manages to clamp down on him and hold him in place and pin him, and then tried to shake him down for money.
That's hilarious.
He would have almost, if he had not decided to play with his food, he would have strangled the rogue out to death because it was totally within his power to do so. But instead, he wound up being framed. He ended up taking only most of the gold that the rogue had, convincing him that that was all he had. And then
You have to remember, I sold that emerald to him for 3,200, and then I bribed him off of me for 15.
I mean, that's a pretty good trade.
So I still came out of it with 1,700 and the 86 bricks that I sold.
And so they go back to try to see, like, okay, we're going to kill the red dragon. They just find this dead halfling that looks like it's been killed by the rogue. They're like, Zone of Truth, what did you do? Nothing. I
I did some bad things. I just didn't do what you think I did.
Val knows all the bad things, doesn't she?
So, in other words, this is exactly what it looks like.
Exactly what it looks like. Oh man, I'm sorry, but I really enjoy torturing you with Val. It makes my night as a DM. Are we all back?
Think so.
Yes.
I'm here.
Okay. We will resume. Arioch makes his way up the stairs, grumbling, and asks if you're all done.
Yes. Let's go back.
Okay. So you find... Damn it, I forgot his name. It was... Benjamin, I want to say.
Benjamin Fairfax, the archaeologist fella.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ah, good, you're back. Oh, and he kind of recognizes Arioch, and he bows, does all the courtly things, and Arioch just waves him off. So how are we getting to the Oasis? Sir Frederick.
Did he ask how?
How? Yes.
We're taking our wagons.
Okay. Where are your wagons?
They should be like parked right over there. That we took them from the tribal campsite. We took the wagons to the temple.
Okay.
Somebody
So
in the
you
party
guys
has the ability to enchant a weapon, correct?
plausibly, I believe it is Yoan.
Yo, and what?
Yo.
Oh, I forgot to get you the stats for that big sword.
Who?
Nick picked up the sword of the Shield Guardian. It was magically inclined.
Oh, okay, cool.
What size was that sword?
I believe it was a great sword.
I think so too. It was pretty awesome.
And there's also the large great sword that's in the bag of holding. Okay. Arioch gets into the. Arioch does not sit in the back of the wagon. He gets up as if he's going to be driving the wagon. Through haste, perhaps.
I don't know how to-
Apparently, he wants to get back to town quick.
Let's go.
Are you going straight to the Oasis, or are you making any pit stops?
Let's go straight back to the Oasis.
Okay. So it takes 2-3 days to make your way over to the Oasis. You come into town.
On the outskirts, before we go in, I kind of look at the king and go, perhaps we should put you in disguise to keep you safe until we get to the palace.
As he looks you dead in the eye, he claps his hands and he turns into what appears to be an entirely different person.
Perfect.
Okay. You come in on the eastern side of the Oasis. Somewhere between the palace and the arena is where the gate is, specifically. And, yeah. What are you guys doing?
Hmm.
I'm gonna go shopping.
Would there be a library that might deal with the familiar thing?
There is a wizard's tower within the palace, but its books are either missing or turned to stone.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go find Sir Algrim.
Okay. You go to the area where Sir Algrim would normally be found. And for lack of a better term, the embassy in which he is appears to be empty.
Uh-oh.
Okay, back to the hotel then.
Okay, you go back to the hotel. Its business seems to be good. People are going around selling things. There are more murals and things covered up, and statues covered up as well.
I will go up to my room. Do I see any of my retainers?
Not currently. They are not in your room. They're also not, disappeared. You can look for them if you wish.
Give me a second. Hmm. Nope, don't have a spell to help out. Yeah, let's go looking for him.
It doesn't take all that long. In the kind of one of the major seating areas, you find Eric. Just kind of sitting there lazily. And he sees you. He sits, upright and kind of arranges himself and stands up and says, Sir Frederick, you're back.
I'll say yes, we're back. It was very successful, and I'll sit down at the table with him, and I guess everyone else sits down at the table too.
This is more of a seating area. There's not really tables. They're
Okay.
like coffee table size.
Sydney sandwich shop.
Where is Sir Algrim?
I don't know. He packed up, or we were told he packed up a day or two ago.
Who told you this?
The people who were at his embassy when we went in to check in on some things.
Okay. Go gather the rest of the men, the other two.
Okay.
Meet me back at my room. Just go ahead and go in there. I'll hand him the key.
He takes it.
I will knock 3 times. And I will ask you, what is the wind speed of a laden swallow?
He kind of leans forward and goes, "What is the wind speed of a laden swallow?"
Well, it depends. Are you talking about a European swallow or an African swallow?
Is that the response?
No. I'll ask you that question and you'll know it's me.
Okay. Right away, sir. And he rushes off.
All right. I'll turn to the king who's in disguise and go, where is the prison or dungeon?
It depends which one you mean. There are several. Largest and most secretive of which is beneath the palace itself.
Okay, that's probably where he would be then. All right. Then, does anyone here have anything that they need to take care of before we attempt a jailbreak?
Jailbreak.
Well, I ran off shopping, so
Apparently, he's got to get back
Already
from
gone.
there.
Okay, so are you going to the place where you went before?
Excuse me.
I need to go somewhere and have the sword identified.
Oh.
You wouldn't need to leave to do that.
No, that's the Citadel might be able to provide that for you as well.
Okay, I'll just go there.
Sorry. Yeah. You have Stone Crushers and the Citadel. One's an armor shop. The other one is a weapon shop. That is Stone Crushers.
And Stone Crushers would be able to identify that for me?
Since they deal in moderately magical weapons, there is a little bit that they would be able to at least identify if an item is magical or not.
Or you could just have Yoan do it for you.
Yeah. Either way, I need to buy a different axe, so I'm going that.
Okay. So you go into Stone Crushers. Rocked. You're back.
That I am. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I am doing fantastically well.
That's good to hear.
I am looking for, and I hope you have it,
Bring the mic just a little bit closer to your mouth.
I am looking for a great axe. Either a masterwork great axe or a spell storing great axe, if you have something such as that.
Do you mean it has a spell effect or that it can actually store a spell in it?
That it can actually store a spell in it.
It might be a custom order.
Okay.
If we don't have
I do
anything in
know-
like that, we have a couple of pre-enchanted things that came in recently.
You said there was like no library, right? Or
That's
that
understandable, except it is.
Well, there are the main place for magical items and magical research is the Wizard's Tower within the palace grounds.
Okay.
I do happen to know someone that could enchant it for me. So if you have a masterwork,
I do have a masterwork, actually. We just got a few of them in for some custom orders. I'm sure I can get you one.
all right, and if you wouldn't mind carving my name into this one as well, I would really appreciate that.
Yeah. I'll do that. I'm just looking at the price of a great axe. Then he goes in the back and he's looking around and he comes out with a masterwork great axe, and he says, "All right, that is going to set you back. I hate that. What is that? About 60 gold pieces."
So you
Is
just
there a
600?
match?
What was that, Yoan?
Is there a magic shop that might have like scrolls?
There is a magic shop in the Oasis.
Do I know where it is?
You've been there before, yes.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Mhm.
I'll go back there. If I buy like a fireball scroll, I can scribe it into my book, right?
Last time you checked, there was no fireball scroll.
Oh, that's yeah. It was only like what, first level or something.
Yeah. Only thing they had, I think, was like firebolt. They were all first level spells.
Right. Okay. Never mind.
They would be able to do a custom order, but due to the nature of the lack of a wizard's tower, which is where they got most of their uh, stuff from, and was like their primary customer, they wouldn't probably be able to get you one.
How much does Brock owe for the X?
60 GP.
60 GP. Okay.
He also carves the Brock into it as well.
Oh, I know what I'm looking for.
Mhm.
Oh wait, no, that was another campaign. Never mind.
So yes, 60 GP for the Great X. Is there anything else?
I can't think of anything.
And you're still muted, Nick, if you have anything else.
Sorry, I would sell my old axe back to him.
Okay,
Carrying two.
he gives you 25 GP for it.
Thank you. Do you think you would be able to attempt
Bring it up.
identifying this great sword?
Yeah, I can do that. He takes it. He lays it on a table. The table kind of glows a little bit, kind of like a fax machine or a copy machine, and it appears just a little bit in some a language you have learned to recognize as Oltanian. And he says, "It is the Giant Slayer Greatsword." And I will think up some stats for it later,
So
but
it's like
it counts
bane
as a
against.
magical weapon.
Is it like a giant's bane? Or?
I'll get to it. I forgot to write it to write stuff up for it.
No worries.
But attacks with it count as magical to overcome magical resistance. Sorry, mundane resistance.
All right, I'm gonna drop him 3 gold and thank him for his troubles.
Thanks, Brock. Have a good day.
Does anybody remember what scrolls we were going to buy at Scrawlers if we said we'd come back?
No. And can you get your cadences just a little bit so you're not talking at the exact same time?
Sorry.
Okay. Is there anything else? Or do you return to your party, Brock? Or would you like to visit the old man again?
Oh, I'm returning to my party.
Okay, so we'll just assume that you know exactly where they probably will be. You head into the hotel. Now switch over to where Frederick and Arioch, I believe, were talking previously.
All right. So yeah, does anyone here have anything that they need to take care of before we do a prison break?
A prison break.
Yeah, let's
Prison
just
break. Sounds just up my alley.
Yes, we need to. I'm 99.999% certain Sir Algrim has been taken captive by the impersonator. So we need to break him out of a dungeon or a prison.
I can order his release after I assume my throne again.
Yes, that is very true. But I would feel much safer if we got him back prior to that. That seeing how there's only 5 of us and 1 of you.
Better to not leave them with that bargaining chip on the table.
True.
Powerful mage though you are.
He kind of chuckles a little bit. Fine. I shall go along with this plan. Just because I want to see how it will turn out.
Actually, I need to speak to Yoan about having my axe mage.
Oh, the identify.
No. Just he needs it his axe enchanted.
Yeah, how much would you charge me to have?
Oh, you want to enchant it?
axe? Yeah.
What did we decide on the? Am I able to do +2? Or?
You are able to do +2, it just takes longer.
So
I'm pretty sure spell storing should be a +1.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
oh, so like a +1, whatever you want to do, enchant it.
Mm-hmm. Axe of spell storing.
Spell storing, right? Yeah. So if I can make it, I'll make it.
Well, technically, since the item is already made, you just have to enchant it. So that should, since it's a level 1 spell, it should take you a day to be able to enchant it with that.
So +1 and the ability.
No, mainly the ability. Since this is a level 1 spell, it'll take a day. Since the object itself is already ready to be modified.
So I
Shall
can
we?
get I can get I can give him +2 and the spell storing.
No, you would have to. +2 would be a different thing. It would take you 2 days for the +2 and another day for the spell storing, because you'd have to cast the same spell each day. So it would take you 3 days to do a +2 and increase it to be able to accept a spell storage.
If Tred and I helped him, could we cut that down a bit?
No, this is a very specialized process. You can't have a bunch of people going into it unless they have the knowledge to.
It's more like a ritual kind of.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like it'd be like asking 2 mechanics to come perform open heart surgery.
What? Oh my God.
Okay.
Dude, my brain is like. So I let him know how what was the time involved, and it's up to the party if there's enough time to make his weapon.
Well,
I-
if nobody
yeah.
knows we're here,
I mean, I'm not necessarily in a
nobody
hurry.
knows.
I was mostly just worried about cost.
I feel like it can wait till after we handle this situation.
Yes, after we rescue Sir Aldrin.
If we know that the weapon is +1, so we don't have to worry about mundane resistances, we could probably just traffic with that until we're done with this.
We're talking about the axe. The axe is a masterwork, so it is automatically +1, which actually make it 2 days. But the magical resistance is for the greatsword, not the axe.
Okay. So maybe he could just use the masterwork axe until everything is buttoned up, and then we can return to the greatsword issue.
The greatsword issue is an entirely different thing. This is about modifying that that masterwork great axe to be something even better. Because the way Nick is setting up Brock, it's to be axe-centric.
Okay. I thought so.
Do we know where this jail is? The dungeon?
Yeah, I want the spell storing axe so that I can cast the 2nd level Thunderwave into it and just cleave into somebody and cast Thunderwave at the same time.
Okay. Well, I would know where the best places to hide individuals is.
All right, let's start with that then.
What time of day would this be?
This is sometime in the afternoon.
Okay. If we wait a day, I can use a spell tomorrow.
I mean, it took you 3 days to get here. You are at full spells.
It's not that; it's that I didn't have it prepared.
Ah, okay.
What spell?
Locate creature.
Oh,
Oh,
It's only up to 1,000 feet, but if he's close, I can tell. If we wait
okay.
until tomorrow morning, I can do it.
how long does the spell last?
I believe an hour per casting, and I can do it twice.
Okay, let's take a day then, and we'll start tomorrow.
All right.
Well,
And
yeah, then you can enchant my axe, and we'll be ready to go in the morning.
Are you in the bathroom now?
Yes, I have to go.
Okay.
What the?
Also, I
That
have
was beautiful.
What?
He has a
What's going
nosebleed.
on the
He is
internet?
an
That's
anime
awesome.
character confirmed. Okay.
Oh, that made my day.
all right, then I guess since we're gonna take a day, I would like to go to a weapons store.
Okay.
Would would there be a place to buy magic items here?
Depends on the magic items. What specifically? Because I actually do have something like that. Because Stone Crushers uh,
Like magical staves?
that might be in there because he has lightly enchanted magical weaponry.
I'm gonna grab some more salsa. I'll be right back.
No adventure is complete without salsa.
Yeah, I'm also Brock. I'm gonna give you two javelins.
I'm just going to assume he heard. So
Okay. And just to make this a little bit quicker, I looked up the prices of everything, and the total is 477. I would be willing to part with all the stuff for an even 400, except for the acid longsword. I'm gonna need me and you to barter a little bit on that one, and the stick of walking.
you guys still? I thought, why are you getting rid of the stick of walking?
I don't really have a. You know, I will keep the stick of walking. I haven't found a
Stick
use for it yet.
walking?
It's a stick that allows me to step on air for my speed. If I'm not on a solid surface by the end of my speed, I fall.
Got plenty of uses. We just haven't come across one yet.
Okay, we will hold on to the stick of walking, but everything else, I'll do it for 400. And the acid longsword we got to barter on.
Well, Stone Crusher says, "Sure, I'll do it for 400."
Okay.
Now, what are you thinking about for this acid longsword?
Uh,
I think I might have handled this one before. He kind of looks it up and down.
uh, can I make some kind of check to maybe get an idea about what its worth is?
Oh, there is appraise in 3.5, but I don't know what its equivalent is in 5e.
How about you want just intelligence or wisdom?
It might be insight.
Okay, let's do insight then. 18.
Okay. This is probably a 1,000 gold item. You don't encounter acid weapons every single day.
Okay. I'll ask for 800 then.
Yeah, seems a fair price. He plunks down 800 gold coins.
All right, cool.
Unless you want platinum.
No, I'll take the gold pieces. I like the
Okay.
gold.
Most people do.
Let me
Is there anything else I can help you with?
uh, give me a second. I don't I don't think so. I'm pretty set with my weapons that I have. What what kind of You got any kind of special long swords?
Depends what you need. I have a acid longsword in stock.
I think I'll be okay. What? Anything that does anything that does like an extra d6 of damage.
Oh, you can get one of those in less than a week. Depends exactly what kind of type of damage we do. We do a lot of custom work.
You do a lot of custom work.
Hmm.
How custom?
It's gonna be. It can really be anything you're willing to pay for, but after the Wizard's Tower stopped producing, I have to outsource farther and farther out, and it takes a lot more time.
What about something? What if I wanted to have like the damage upgraded on a weapon?
An existing weapon?
Yeah,
How much damage? And what
uh,
type of damage?
from a d6 to a d8 of necrotic.
Depending on the age of the enchantment and a few other things, it might be a 2-week job.
Okay. How about just for a brand new long sword that does 1d8 slashing, 1d8 necrotic?
That might take a week and a half. That's kind of specialized. We usually do 1d6s. That's kind of the standard. Set out actually in the law of the Oasis is that the base is the minimum you can have on a modification for a longsword or any weapon for additional damage. It's weird that they feature that in there. It's quite an interesting story, and he kind of trails off about this thing. It takes about 10 minutes for him to go through the minutia, and he says, "But either way, 1d8 might be tricky, especially without any fresh wizards around."
What? Okay, so you said like week and a half. What about a price?
Well, this was the acid longsword 1d4 1d6.
It was 1d4. That's what you told me.
All right, so since that was about 1,000 gold, it's probably going to be about 2, maybe 3,000. It takes a particular class of wizard and a particular discipline in order to get a 1d8 out of it.
I'll come back later.
All right, I'll be here.
Should I be?
What was that?
Should I be using this time to try to figure out the familiar thing? Or did I already ask?
You have heard of rituals of improving your familiar's abilities in your training for the Stone Syndicate, but you'd have to have a very specific area to do that, or kind of a nexus, in order to grow it to increased a bit. One of which you would probably not be able to do here. There are very specific locations for improving familiars.
All right.
Like Pokeball gyms.
So I was hoping I could find a staff.
A bath? What kind of bath?
Staff.
Oh, staff. I heard bath. I was like, are we going to a brothel now? But yes. So you go in Stone. Yeah, I'm actually surprised you guys haven't gone there yet. Anyway, you go to Stone Crushers. Can I help you? Oh, you're one of Brock's associates. You're all up in here today.
Yes, for different things.
Generally, that's how it works.
I was hoping you might have something to aid me in my magics. A staff, perhaps?
What kind of staff? What are you looking to get?
Kind of shrugs a little bit. Something of the nature variety.
Okay, most staffs are made out of wood.
I was looking at possibly the staff of swarming insects.
Oh, you're talking about like an actual magical item.
Yeah.
These are more magical weapons, not magical items.
Okay.
You might, and I'm saying might, be able to have someone refer to you from the Scrawlers, because they might know who would sell actual magical items. But unfortunately, I don't currently have a magical item store drawn up quite easily.
Darn. I walk out.
So there's nowhere I could find a belt of giant strength at.
Not in my notes currently.
Damn. Damn. Double damn.
You can find a bookshop, oddly enough. I don't know why I included that one in there. We got armor.
Do they have a book that'll give me 25 strength?
Not currently. They might. You could always check it out.
I'm okay.
I think if that were the case, everybody would want to read it.
All right.
Generally, items like that require that you read it for 24 hours straight and get exhaustion.
You know what? I think my guy will be okay, and we'll head back to the hotel and wait for the next day.
Okay. Eric at this point has brought Richard and Alan in your
Okay.
room and are waiting.
All right. Knock on the door 3 times, and I'll ask, what is the wind speed of a laden swallow?
He opens the door and says, "That still confuses me."
It's a little bit of a nobility joke.
Uh-huh. He opens the door and ushers you inside. I'm assuming Arioch's been following you.
Yeah, he's coming with me. I'm his personal bodyguard.
Mm.
I'll ask them, has anyone seen Sir Algrim recently?
Have we rested our hit points back up?
Yeah, it took you 3 days to get here. I'm assuming that you were actually sleeping a decent amount, so you've had at least 3 long rests worth.
Shit, I forget how many hit points I had.
Max plus your con mod.
Yeah.
This is why I usually put it up at the max hit points point in the
The temporary.
on the sheet.
Yeah.
No, there's a tiny little bar over your current hit points that is your maximum hit points.
Oh yeah, I forgot to change that one too. So, crap. Quick math here.
48 plus your con mod.
48 plus my con.
Your con mod times 8.
So, what did you say again?
What's your con modifier?
2. So times 8.
62.
6. So, yeah, I think that's right.
Okay.
Oof, that's less than half my health.
Yeah, you can try to flex as much as you want, Nick. I'll take all those hit points. Believe me. Someday.
Bring it on.
Today is a good day to die.
Does that mean I've been able to mix some brown water?
Yes, you can mix some brown water.
Okay.
Are you making perfume, or are you making soap, or what are you doing?
Perfume this time.
We opening up a Bed Bath.
In quotations, perfume.
Intelligence and dex.
Okay, you make probably 50 gold piece worth set of perfume.
Alrighty.
Would I be able to do one of my healing potions as well?
Yes.
What kind of checks am I doing for that?
That would be a combination of nature and medicine, I want to say, plus your wits. Okay, so you know that there is medical usage out of these plants, and you're mixing them together, and you get from a much longer than you expected a regular healing potion.
Okay.
Holy
I upped my dexterity from 11 to 12. Does that mean my AC changes from 15 to 16?
If it's based off of your dex, yes.
Okay, I'll just change the 11 to 16.
changed the 11 to 16. What do you mean?
Because I had a 611 in the armor class thing, but I never factored in that the alchemy pot and the other thing, like at all. I just never did.
Hey, I mean, I took a feat in our 3.5 game as my rogue that I can't use because I don't have a wisdom of 13, and I haven't been dealing 2 strength damage like I should be on my sneak attacks.
Anyway, what do Eric and the others say about if they've seen Sir Algrim
What do you mean by recently?
within the past 48 hours?
No,
72?
no. Last
96?
time we saw him was before you guys left, which would probably be about a week ago now.
Ah, okay.
A couple days after you guys left, he was doing stuff, going back and forth the court. He and Nestor were having meetings, being in banquets, stuff like that. Normal politicking. And then he apparently packed up and left.
Hmm. Are there any of his men still in the city?
Not that we know of. We haven't really been looking for them.
Hmm. I'm gonna go seek out. What's his fucking name?
Which one?
Oh,
I can think of like 4 different guys you could go talk to right now.
I know.
Is it the annoying one that you always toss smoke at?
Yeah, what's his name?
Mr.
Toadspore.
Toadspore.
Yeah, Toadspore. Did I
Yeah,
not
you can
write
try
his
to find him.
I didn't write his name down. Yeah, I'm gonna go look for Toadspore.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to make another insight check because you don't know where he would be. I don't think he would have told you where he would normally hang out in the Oasis if he was in there.
14.
You kind of get the feeling that he's probably in the Oasis currently,
Okay.
maybe near the political district. Maybe Fairfax might know a bit more. Maybe he's just, slinking around doing spy crap. Who knows?
All right, then I'm gonna go find Zolthar.
Okay, you go to Zulthar's little room that he was at before, and you find him there. He's just kind of sitting there, calmly reading a book again. Ah, you have returned.
Yes.
Yay.
Where is Sir Algrim?
Kind of shrugs.
Okay, never mind then. Sorry for wasting your time.
Mm.
Gonna go see Holsborn.
You go through all of them. Okay, you
Yeah.
go into his place, and his offices are empty.
Fuck. Councilman Fairfax.
You go to his place, and the page is still there. It says, hello.
There's a councilman here.
Yes, he's in.
Okay, I'm going to see him.
Okay, you go upstairs. He's like,
Hey,
okay.
just sit down.
You go up there. You open the door. Do you do so forcefully or just like
No, a polite knock.
come in? Come in.
Councilman Fairfax.
Mr. Frederick, how are you?
I do have a bit of a concern, actually.
These are concerning times.
It seems Sir Algrim has, from what my associates tell me, packed up and left, but that was not our mission. He wouldn't just leave without quite literally taking me along with him.
Are you concerned about his safety?
I believe that there may be a threat to his safety, and if you know anything.
He kind of sits around and thinks a little bit. He swipes his hand over his desk a little bit, and he goes up to you and says, I do not think that there is anything uh, concerning about Sir Algrim's lack of appearance. I'm sure he is fine, and he's slipped his mind about contacting you. Thank you for your time. He shakes your hand. You feel something
Insight.
a little rigid. You feel something rigid in your hand.
Okay.
And he kind of shakes it just a little bit longer and kind of looks you in the eye.
What the?
Thank you. I guess I will be departing then.
You do that. Drop by anytime.
I will hightail my ass to my hotel room, lock the door, close the windows, read the note.
Arioch's just kind of sitting on a chair, less than impressed.
We're gonna be we're still going to this prison, right?
Potentially. Let me see what this note says.
The note says something along the lines of, "The walls have eyes. Trust no one. Algrim has been captured, and certain the words the equivalent of under surveillance."
Mm-hmm.
So he's being watched.
Okay. That settles it. Oh no, it doesn't settle it. Alright. Then I will just spend the rest of my day in my room preparing for what we have to do tomorrow.
Arioch sits cross-legged on an ottoman. Just kind of sits there. He looks like he's in a trance, but he's just sitting there.
Will you fight with us?
If we had done what I had asked beforehand, we'd already be on the throne by now.
Sir Algrim is a big bargaining chip that the enemy has currently. If we attempt to take the throne before we have taken that chip back, they could deliver a devastating blow to the House of Aland and to the Western Kingdom.
I don't mean to sound crass here, but they have dethroned you once before.
Are you in this room with them?
I don't.
'Cause that's kind of weird.
Maybe not.
No,
I mean, they dethroned him once before.
it would literally be just me and him in the room.
Sorry.
Brock passes through the ceiling that he's been digging through and says, "They've already
Brock
dethroned
just
you."
busts his head through the wall. Excuse me, but
They've already dethroned you, dear sir.
what makes you think this is going to be any different?
And here I was just gonna ask if King Arioch is an elf.
No, he's not an elf. He's not a dwarf either.
Dwarf. What?
He's a human.
He's a human. Yes.
Okay, I kind of forgot about that. You said trance, and I was wondering if it was like elven meditation and he can get a night's rest in 4 hours.
He is the dervish king.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So isn't he a dwarf?
No,
No, that's
He's-
dwarvish. Dwarvish king.
Like a whirling dervish.
like
If anything, you'd be close to calling him a tiefling because he'd be more like along the devil king.
yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm.
How long would my potion of frost giant last once I drink it?
I believe it was. I think it has a 10-minute. Yeah, let me check through my notes.
And if you
I
could
don't-
tell me the potion of speed as well.
I believe it lasts as long as what the speed spell would last. This is the wrong. Nah. Okay.
Does anyone know how long haste lasts?
Don't.
I can check real fast. Give me a second.
I got it.
Uh,
Okay, haste lasts 1 minute. So I have a minute.
The potion of fostering strength lasts for 1 hour.
1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
Dope. Thank you.
Your strength score changes to 23 for 1 hour. The potion has no effect on your strength if it is equal to or greater than that score.
Change it to 23.
Yes.
So I do an extra 2 damage per attack.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
You don't gotta drink a fingernail with giant.
Dude, it's okay. I've done worse for less.
Is it a fingernail or a
I
toenail?
don't want to go there.
It's a fingernail.
The potion
Slightly less bad.
description says a sliver of a fingernail, so it's maybe only like half or a quarter, but still.
It is the entire bottle. But you still gotta eat some giant's nail clippings.
All right.
Oof.
Then I'm just gonna spend the night preparing myself for what could probably be my death.
Why do you keep anticipating dying? Like,
Because you always have to be ready to die.
Exactly. That's how I play.
Memento mori.
Just make sure
yeah,
you
but like, it almost seems like you're wanting it.
No,
Well, I
played
mean,
that. That's how
I-
I played my paladin. And look how long he's lasted.
I mean, I have to be honest though. Like, if you expect to die, won't you fight the hardest you've ever fought?
Pretty much. Because you have nothing to lose at that point.
Yeah. And if you make it through, hey, pleasantly surprised.
Yes?
All right. Yep. Just my guy's done for the night till tomorrow.
Okay. Is anyone else doing anything?
Well, Yo, and you are enchanting my axe, correct?
No. That would,
Well,
take,
it depends. I mean, how much time do we have before we're going to?
that would take 2 days at the minimum.
What? Should be a +1.
It's a +1, but you also have to do spell storing, and if you bring it to a +2, that would be another day as well.
See, why does he need to magically enchant it as a +1 and then add spell?
Well, he wanted to bring it up to a +2 for you, so he has to spend another amount of time to add the +1 to your +1 to make it a +2, and then it would be another day for you to add the spell slot ability.
Okay, but I don't need it as a +2.
I thought we were going to wait until we were done with the prison.
I mean, I guess that works, but I thought we were just going to do a +1 with, so that I could have my spell storing in there.
Well, it's already technically a +1 as masterwork.
Yeah, but then when you add the spell storing, it stays a +1.
Yes.
Doesn't stack the masterwork, but then I have spell storing ability.
Yeah.
That took 1 day, but if we can't do it in time, that's fine.
It'd probably be at least an 8 to 12 hour process.
Okay, so he wouldn't get a rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
Okay. I'm guessing you guys are turning in for the night.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I don't have much to do here that I can think of.
Turning in with my direwolf, weasel, and badger.
I forgot about that. It's been a while.
At some point during the night, Frederick, you wake up and turn over and see in the ottoman this swirling mass of darkness with 2 glowing red points in the middle. It unsettles you, and you just like, I'm not dealing with that, and roll back over. You sleep uninterrupted.
Yep. Definitely fucking concerned. But you know what? That's another day. It'll be all right.
Okay. So you wake up, what, 6 a.m., 7?
Yeah, around there.
Okay. The sun's just starting to peek up over the desert.
All right.
I don't want to be
will
like
go-
annoying and nitpicky.
I will. Sorry. Go ahead.
I don't want to be like annoying and nitpicky, but would you mind upping my axe to a +10 where it should be?
+10. Oh.
Yeah, it's masterwork.
Yeah.
And pretty sure that would add 1 to my damage as well. Plus, shouldn't it be 1.5 times because it's two-handed?
Not in
1.5
5e.
times my strength modifier?
Not in 5e.
No? Okay. Either way,
All
it
right.
should be plus 10, 1d12 plus 6.
Okay.
Maximize
Then
my effectiveness.
I would get up quietly, go to each person's room, wake them up, and we'll go and we'll follow the Dervish King to this secret place that we need to go to
I'm gonna
find.
have a smoke before we end up in the prison.
So yeah, just follow the Dervish King.
Okay.
I have 2 giant elks and a dire wolf today.
I have a feeling that only one of those is going to be useful.
I mean, the giant elks are actually pretty tough.
I got my spells picked out.
Arioch just kind of looks at the elk and the direwolf and climbs on the direwolf's back. And the elk follow him
Have a good night, man.
on the direwolf.
All right, guys.
Come.
After enemy or valve enmity.
Enmity or valve. What?
Valve of enmity or abjure enemy. My channel divinity. Which one do I want to use today?
I do not know.
One frightens an enemy and makes them have a speed of 0, and the other one gives me advantage for 1 whole minute.
So 10 rounds of combat.
Yep.
What do you think is? What is your gut reaction?
I don't know yet, actually, because I have fucking 10 pounds of shtook I could use too.
Oh yeah.
I'm about to Tony Montana this shit.
All at once.
Oh, I really hope you do. I really hope you do.
Let's fucking get it. Down the potion of speed, down the fucking frost giant strength. Fucking
Do the equivalent.
and just sprint through killing everything. Be done.
I'm having flashbacks to when we threw all those spells at Grog and just smashed everything in his path.
Oh my
Oh
god,
yeah.
potion of growth too. I completely forgot about that.
You just like pound all these things and.
Don't you
For
have a
this-
limited amount of space in your stomach?
Well, each one is like a. It's not like I'm drinking like a water bottle, right?
5-hour energy.
Yeah, it's 5-hour energy size.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. Let's see. Since it's potion of enlarge, size doubles in all dimensions. Weight is multiplied by 8. So I'd become a large creature. Till spell ends, I have an advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. My weapons also grow, so they do an additional 1d4.
I just remember that Ervin's probably going to be there this Saturday. It's going to be awesome for our Saturday game.
Let's fucking do this. Pumped. Let's do it. Okay, I'm about to murder Hobo this entire thing.
Okay, so Arioch leads you deep into the political district, which is on the eastern side of the palace, or to the east of the palace, which seems a bit odd that you're not going to the palace to get, to the dungeons. And he leads you on a direwolf down a set of stairs in part of the political district, and just kind of looks at this solid wall. And the wall, double doors opens and reveals a dark and foreboding tunnel that doesn't seem to have any light in it.
Good thing I got my fucking cloak on. My tabard.
Oh, yes.
Let's do this. Let's go. Super pump.
He goes in,
Super cheap.
still riding the dire wolf. He just kind of ducks his head a little bit.
Pulling out a torch, lighting my torch on fire. Poosh.
Awesome.
Uh,
Okay.
I'll just turn around. Brock, maybe we should wait a little bit. Element of surprise and all.
No, fine. I extinguish it.
Thank you. And I mean,
So
you're gonna set some
it
shit
is
on fire soon.
pitch black in there.
It's all right. Put your hand on my shoulder. I will lead you.
Can you see in the dark?
I can. I have a tabard.
I thought you had low light vision.
I thought he
Technically,
If
I
you
am,
can't,
I am human. Technically, in 5th edition, there isn't a low light vision. It's either you have dark vision or you don't have dark vision. And so I figured that the tabard gave me dark vision.
Oh man, that kind of
the
sucks.
wizard
All right.
and I can see in the dark, so
Can I see the Dervish King in front of me?
Yes.
I'll just follow him.
Okay. So he's still on the direwolf, and the elk, their antlers are too wide. Unfortunately.
Then they will stand guard.
Which they do already. It's kind of weird. Dread Skull is just a little weirded out that the Dervish King seems to have a better connection to the animals than he does.
I'm a little hurt, but I let it happen.
The elk give you like on the side of the face as you go by. All right, so twists and turns and ups and downs, and this pattern seems to go mostly toward your guys' left, but it seems to go on forever and ever and ever. And there's sometimes iron gates on the other side. Some of them are even bronze. Some of them seem old. Some seem new. Some seem rusted. And
Would
he just leads
insight be like sense motive?
Alright, I'm back.
Yes.
Could I run an insight check on the king?
I mean, you could, yeah.
Booyah.
He's the most trustworthy man you've ever met.
He is your lifeline. You would die for this man.
I was really hoping for a nat 20 there.
He might be your dad.
No, my parents are dead. Murdered
You don't
by
know that.
orcs.
They could be your surrogate family. This could be an entire Luke Skywalker moment.
Luke Skywalker moment. So he is my dad, but he's also Cyronicus.
No, he what?
Now that would be a Skywalker moment, but Cyronicus is a half elf.
Maybe he's disguising himself.
I just want to say real quick, the whole Darth Vader thing was the most anticlimactic reveal ever.
Yeah.
It's in his name.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but people didn't know Darth Vader as Anakin Skywalker at the time.
Well, no, Darth Vader means Dark Father in German.
Oh.
Yeah, but you also got to remember that at the time, the internet wasn't as popular or available to people at all. And so people weren't going to be looking up the German words of things. I thought it was Dutch, actually.
I had no idea that was even any other language. I thought they were just made up words.
I took German, and Dark is not Darth.
Then it's Dutch.
But-
Excuse me.
But Vader is similar to the German word for father.
Well, Dutch and German are pretty similar.
Yeah. I took German for 2 years in high school.
Ooh. We got an expert over here.
Must be nice. Everyone's a fucking expert.
Expert, I only took 2 years.
Well, then quit your bragging. Jeez.
I'm not. I'm just. I was like, "Ooh, I can actually contribute to this because I know something about it.
No,
Well, that's gotta feel good for you, being able to contribute for once.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Right. So he brings you to the end of the hallway. It's a big ass long hallway, and you kind of get this Mines of Moria feel as you look off against this immense black expanse, these huge towers or pillars of stone carved, and you're on the edge of probably a 10-foot walkway, but it makes it feel like 2 inches when you see this mass of this chamber.
All right, I'm gonna stop right there and go tread. Hit the spell.
Okay. I cast Locate creature.
Okay, so it's within 1,000 feet of you.
Yes.
You don't really feel anything of Sir Elgrim.
Fuck.
There's nothing.
All right, let's continue on for another 1,000. Well, no, he maintains concentration on it, so I mean,
Yeah, for an hour.
as soon as it hits, we'll know.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
I almost said Sir Elgrim. Arioch leads you along the left-hand side of this. Or sorry, not the left-hand side. The right-hand side. Get your own. I have to play my own theory of the mind. Okay. Right-hand side goes down straight ahead. Then there is a handguardless stair that goes along the side of the sheer drop that you guys have been kind of skirting. He swings a leg over to get off of the direwolf and begins walking down this narrow stairway. As you go down farther and farther and farther, it takes probably 10 to 20 minutes, and you start to get the hint of Sir Elgrim's location.
I'm getting something.
Let's keep going.
You go down, another 5 minutes passes, and you come out on what is this? The rock is kind of the strange greenish color, like copper that's been left in the rain too long, but more muted. And there is also another set of stairs to go down. Sir Olgrim feels to be to the left and down, somewhere maybe about 500 feet ahead of you. And Arioch goes down the stairs, and you come into what you traditionally think of as a cell block. And there's just cage after cage after cage built into the floor and ceiling. And he walks through this kind of this immensely honeycombed place with just like square cells that have almost no privacy at all in them. And it goes down there and takes a left, and takes a right, and another left. And as you come up to this very reinforced set of bars, and you see Sir Ulgrim, or you sense Sir Ulgrim in this cell, and he's kind of propped up against the bars. You know, there's nowhere else to sit.
What kind of shape does he look like, Zim?
He looks like he's in rags, which, from your experience with him, you probably have never seen him in rags. And he appears to be chained to the floor. Not like chained to the floor like he has no movement. He's got manacles, and he has shackles on his legs, and they're chained to a central point in the floor.
Okay, but like, does he appear healthy or like beaten and injured, starving?
He's kind of, you kind of have his back is kind of to you. You really don't get much of a feel, and it's also dark.
Yeah.
I would just whisper, Sir Ulgrim. Sir Ulgrim.
He kind of rouses a little bit. You get the 5 more minutes in Dwarvish kind of a thing.
Okay. Let me
I'm gonna
see.
poke him in the shoulder.
I'm pretty sure I do speak Dwarvish. I do.
Leave me alone, you blackguards. Yeah.
Sir Ulgrim, it's us.
Frederick?
We came to get you. Also, we found the king.
What?
The real king.
The real king. He tries to get up, and you kind of bow at the same time, but because he's shackled and stuff, he just ends up falling forward onto his face.
I
Pushes
will.
himself up.
Can I look at where he's shackled at? Could I take my crowbar and my hammer and pop him? Well, first I ask him, where's the army?
What army? What?
All of our men.
I don't know. The guards came, and so they were escorting me to a safe location because there was a threat to my life. And next thing I know, I'm shackled here.
Okay. Then I will. Okay, with that, I'll hold on for 1 second, and I will bust his shackles loose using my hammer and crowbar.
Okay. He's kind of in the cell.
Can we get the door open?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Can I go bust
Does
open?
somebody have a way to like pick the lock, or do you want me to try to just rip it off its hinges?
You see Arioch reach out his hand, and he traces a pattern over where you would expect a door handle to be, but there's just a solid block of metal, and there's this little faint glow, and the door opens.
Perfect.
Nice.
Crowbar and hammer, busting his fucking things off.
Okay, so you manage to, and you bust the things off of Sir Holcrum, and he rubs his wrist and he rubs his ankles and stands up. Says, King Arioch. And he's tottering for some reason, and you don't understand why.
I make a medicine check or something.
Wait. Who's tottering? Sir Algrim or
Sir Algrim.
insight check on him?
Okay.
So he's out of the shackles.
He is out of the
It's
shackles.
a fucking 9.
Man, Sir Algrim. He's a just as you remember him, probably, kind of. Except he's in rags. You said you wanted to make a medicine check, Jed, right?
Yes.
Okay, make a medicine check.
Crap.
There's definitely something possibly medically wrong. You just don't know what it is. It could be any of a number of things, but it's just the tip of your tongue. You just can't. You know when you're like, I know what's wrong. I know what I need to say, but I can't find the words. It's just kind of the barest hint of a feeling.
I will all 15 points of my lay on hands.
He kind of perks up a little bit. He's like, "Oh, I feel good." He's still kind of, despite the fact that it's in the dark. He looks a little bleary eyed still, and
He's safe soon.
he's swaying just a little bit.
I suppose
I'm privately suspecting the drugs.
Probably is a little druggy.
I don't have much use for it, so I'm going to hand him the great sword.
You're
now.
handing a great sword to a dwarf.
Hey.
Well, first off, this is the champion of the House of Alon, sir.
Yeah. Well,
He's not
regardless of his state of
a
health, I mean, it's better to have him armed than not.
He kind of grabs the great sword and kind of uses it to prop himself up. My apologies, King Arioch. I am a bit under the weather at the moment. I'm not even sure you're here right now.
Do you need food, water? What's wrong?
He just kind of falls over.
He's been in prison for a few days.
I have some rations and a water skin. So I could give him some food and water.
I would like to cast. See if this works. Lesser Restoration.
Does it get rid of drug states?
It should get rid of poison.
Which would be considered a drug.
Get rid of disease or one condition afflicting it. The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
We'll put a drug fueled haze underneath poison. He's like, oh, that's better. Yes. Apologize for any behavior that might have happened. And you see, you, Frederick, recognize that he's courtly embarrassed right now. You've seen it only a few times, but this is the face Sir Algrim puts on after he's been somewhat embarrassed in front of a high company, but he doesn't want to show it.
It'll be okay. All right,
He picks up the
Sure.
great sword.
let's get out of here
Yes, let's.
to the palace to put the
Oh,
appropriate king on the throne.
finally. And you're not even looking at it, but you can hear Arioch say this, and his eyebrow just raise. And he begins leading you what appears to be deeper into the prison.
Just keep following him.
All right. There is a large central spiral staircase, probably 10, maybe 20 feet for a stair, and it goes up.
Oopsie. That's where I was just trying to scroll.
I'm gonna survive down here. Is there anything I can eat? You find some strange-looking moss and some growths on some of the things.
I'm gonna sniff them.
Constitution save.
Yeah, you. Wow. So it's an interesting experience. Let's just say that.
I have to go to the bathroom. Be right back. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on my third large coffee since we started playing. So
Oh, coffee. That's what I need. I'm gonna go get some coffee. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I need.
Druid spells.
Photo win.
It's interesting because Tread can actually cast that spell more times than I can, so good.
Good.
Well, I should say, if you can cast it more than twice, I should say.
I can.
Okay.
I can cast it 2, 3, 6, 8 times a day.
Oh yes.
I love warlocks. They are so cool, but god damn it, those spell limitations are the worst.
Yes, it's like you're switched on all the time.
You
There's no middle ground, but you can regain it really fast.
you can cast it 8 times, you said?
It's a second level spell, yeah.
Wow.
Because
I
I've
don't
got
get.
I've got 3 second, 3 third, and 2 fourth.
Oh, good lord.
Have you returned?
Nope.
My only problem with my
Awesome.
only problem with that is I don't get a third level or my third slot until like level 11 or whatever the heck it is.
No,
I
you should have a third slot, or sorry, third tier spells at level 6.
No, I said a third slot.
You should have about 3 slots. Yeah.
The warlocks don't get the third spell slot until like level 11, I think. I'm playing one in one of my other games. I think we just hit level 8. Still only 2.
Pot was
This
empty.
here says, let's see. Slot level spell slots. Right, till level 11, I only have 2.
You would benefit from, oh god, what's that item? Pearl of Power?
I think that might be it. It allows you to restore 1 or your full spell slots.
I can
Correct.
also
I think it's 1.
I can also use my staff to do that once a day
Oh, okay.
if we need to do that. Recover like 1 slot once a day.
Also, I've got a Ring of Spell Storing. You might want to consider getting one of those too so you can cast more spells.
But it stores scrolls, not slots, or
The Ring of Spell Storing stores your spells. You can, like, if you haven't used your spells for the day, you can cast a spell into it.
Remember to mute yourself, Nick.
Sorry. I thought I had.
I think it's got 5 charges or 5 points on it, and each point is for like a spell slot. So you'd only be able to put 1 in right now, but it'd be something at least.
is it? It's cumulative though, isn't it? Or
What do you mean?
So like I can put one in there now because I have like one left for the day, but if I don't use it, can I like store that up to where like I could keep doing it until it has 5 in there that I can use whenever I'd rather, or does it reset itself?
It holds however much is in it, but it can only hold up to 5 slots.
Okay.
So
So
if you've only got what, 4th level spells?
Yeah.
So it'd only be able to take 1 spell.
Okay.
But it would keep it until you use it.
Okay.
Are we all back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions, comments?
I was just wondering.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No.
No, Patrick. Mayonnaise is not an instrument. No. What was it? Potato salad is an instrument? Horseradish. Horseradish is not an instrument. I could almost feel you raising your hand. I don't know why.
I wanted to, but I was like, no one could see me raise my hand right now.
Yeah.
I felt it though. It's like in your mind.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Oh.
funny.
All right. Yes. Yowen.
Oh, at some point, I want to try to infuse my scimitar with vampiric touch.
Mm-hmm. That's a 3rd level spell, if I remember correctly. Yes.
Right,
It
but there's an option for higher levels to add like a d6 to the damage.
Well, for baseline vampiric touch, you'd have to put it in. You'd have to cast it once a day on it for 3 days. Because according to Make a Magic item, it takes 1 day per spell level. So if you wanted to put, let's say, a 6th level vampiric touch, you'd have to cast it 6 times over 6 days.
Okay, so if I wanted to do 4th level, it would take 4 days.
Yes.
Okay. So just clue me in on, like, when we're not
Killing stuff.
You're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Man, we're gonna need some time off here.
There is no time off.
Time out of combat. How about that?
Okay. So you are ascending this immense spiral staircase. And you come up. It takes you probably a good 30 minutes to walk up this thing. And you come out in an area that's kind of well lit. It's an area that's kind of like in the middle of the palace, but it's consecutively in line with behind where the throne room is.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Are you
it
ready?
leads up to a kind of wide gate, and Arioch kind of pushes it open. It opens silently, surprisingly enough.
That's helpful.
Does he
He
look
quite-
surprised by it opening silently?
No,
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
he quietly claps his hands and assumes a different look.
Okay, let's do this then.
He walks forward. He's leading you toward the throne room.
I'm gonna have my hands on my swords ready to go.
Is there anyone sitting on the throne currently?
You have not reached the throne room yet. As you enter the throne room through the main populous doors that are immense, you see that there are the normal courtiers and palace guard, and there is a man who looks very similar to Arioch sitting on the throne as you saw him before. And he is not a dwarf, nor is he an elf.
Is he a bugbear?
No, he's not a bugbear.
Hobgoblin?
He's a dark-skinned, kind of goateed man with a connected mustache to it. Kind of black, longish black hair. Who has giving you permission to enter the king's court. Says one of the guys to your left.
The king, I say. And I'll point to
He-
Arioch.
Who doesn't look anything like Arioch right now.
He said he assumed a different form.
He assumed, or
Not his own
looked
form,
like-
just another disguise.
yes, another disguise.
Ah, okay. Well, just give it a minute. Just shush. Is he gonna try anything?
The guy on the guy who said you're talking to.
Yeah.
He looks toward the king, and the king's like waves his hand lazily to bring them forward, and you guys proceed toward you're escorted to the foot of the stairs leading up to the throne.
I forgot the throne room was flipping huge.
Yeah, everything is.
I know.
Pretty
I
much.
forgot.
Okay, could I get a screen share now?
No, this is theater of the mind. Hey,
Not even we know what the throne room looks like.
Was that like a Fonzie?
Well, because he never drew it. He never drew that.
it is very large, at least a couple 100 feet across, and at least 10 to 20 feet up from the floor level to where the throne of Alton is.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask you. How far is the fake king from me?
At least a good 30, 40 feet, if not more.
Okay.
He kind of leans forward and peers and says, I do not remember sending for you.
You sent for us, sir. I promised you. We had a matter to discuss of why Sir Algrim was imprisoned.
Oh, yes, Sir Algrim's with you. And why is he out of chains?
But you asked us to bring him to you.
I did no such thing. I ordered him in chains in the first place.
Maybe you have forgotten, sir.
I don't forget. The
Are you
memory
sure?
of the king of the memory of the king of Olton is long. And at this point, you see Arioch's jaw kind of set just a little bit, and he says, "You are not the king of Olton. What is this? I will not stand for such disrespect in my own throne room." He stands up and begins to motion toward them, and Arioch goes, "Then you will sit," and just carefully waves his hand, and the guy drops like a stone into the throne. And he looks like it looks like some large animal is sitting on him, like he can't move his arms or legs. And with a really huge dog, just thinks it's lap dog, and you're just kind of stuck there. It's kind of that kind of look that this imposter has.
I want to ask you about the room. Are any of the guards making a move?
All the guards are kind of got that wide-eyed shock, like, how can this be happening to this guy, to the king? And they've probably seen a lot more impressive things, but they have not seen King Arioch just floored into his chair by who they assume is a random individual.
Okay. Then I would like to ready in action
Okay.
for when the guards start making a move to attack us. I'm going to chug the potion of growth.
Oh, you're using it now, man?
He's getting ready to just
Readying it. So
This
just
is a show. This is a show of force.
Oh,
Sacrifices must be made.
Arioch begins walking up the stairs, and he goes on a long diatribe about how the imposter on the throne is nowhere near anything compared to the previous kings of Ultan, and how it is a shame that he had made such a poor choice in life. And as he gets about halfway up and everyone starts moving, he just claps his hands together, and Arioch is standing there in his full regalia, much cleaner than you remember seeing him, and the dark swirling kind of fire tentacles around him are very prominent and very visible to the point that they are about 5 to 10 feet on either side of him.
So, dark swirling fire tentacles. Is he a barbarian or a warlock or what the heck is he? We
He
gotta
is the
talk to
dervish.
him after.
He is the dervish king.
I know he's the Dervish King. I just want to talk to him afterwards.
This is one of the reasons. This is one of the reasons why Sir Algrim said he didn't have the exact same presence as he
Okay.
used to have. Because when you observed when he got up, there was just this swirl of darkness around him was just barely visible, and it was still there and still kind of able to be seen. He goes up and he grabs the imposter by the collar and just tosses him over his shoulder, turns around and sits down into the throne. The imposter just goes flying, and as he looks like he's about to land right in front of you on the stairs, just this pool of darkness opens up and he just and it closes.
Like I said, we gotta talk.
I'm gonna loosen my grip on this potion a little bit. Don't think I need it.
You sought an audience with the king, Sir Frederick and Sir Algrim.
Indeed, we did.
You have his attention.
Sir Algrim?
Yes. Thank you, King Arioch, for clearing up any confusion about the rightful heir and the rightful seat of the throne. And I am. He seems to be a loss for words. And seeing a guy just disappear into the floor after being tossed like 10 to 20 feet by a man who looks like he's about 140, 150 pounds effortlessly is still impressive. Sir, yes. We have been sent by the King of Sarand, Dotan, your I forgot the word.
Brother.
I was going to say your royal sibling. Your royal sibling, to help ensure that your kingdom did not fall to this Saronicus problem that has been spreading throughout both Sarand and Olton. I have heard of this, and obviously I have suffered at the hands of the agents of this Saronicus. I accept my brother's assistance in this, which I assume is the services of you and your, and he runs his eyes over you, associates. But obviously he has been hard at work to undermine my authority, and even make an attempt to remove me forcibly from the throne, although he had not the guts nor the wisdom to kill me when he had the chance. He kind of withdraws a little bit in where he's looking, and he kind of thinks back a little bit. Either way, I will greatly welcome your assistance. You seem extremely capable at rooting out these Saronicus and his associates, and it would be unfitting for me to... He kind of looks up and thinks a little bit and shakes off the idea to do what I would wish to rid him of this land.
And what might that be, King?
To wipe the desert clean. And you see the tendrils had eased down a little bit. They kind of flare up when he says this, just a little bit.
I do not know if I speak for everyone, but I know I speak for myself. When I say that is an adequate and appropriate response to this incursion and horrid attempt at replacing you. And I would be more than happy to lend my services in aid of cleansing your desert kingdom.
I accept your offer, Sir Frederick von Stuben of the House of Land.
Side note: is he actually a member? Is he actually like of the House of Land, or is he just like a sub?
You've mentioned that he's of the House of Alon. He is kind of subbed to Alon. I forget what I actually put in your.
I think it's technically like a lesser family.
It is a lesser family, but it's the way the houses work is that they're kind of like an umbrella corporation,
Yeah.
and then there are lesser houses underneath them. So it'd be kind of like saying, uh, Washington or New York as the states, and then there's the little towns and stuff underneath there. So you could technically say, I'm in Washington, like the state, and not be wrong. But if you specify exactly, I'm in Washington, this town, would also be right. And then you could say either one. They're kind of interchangeable to an extent.
It's a lesser family of the house, the von Steuben family. Okay. I just wanted to make specifics, you know.
Yeah, I'm going to have to write out that whole thing. Because I think there's like 1 to 2 houses above the von Steubens, or tiers above the von Steubens, with the House of Lond at the top with Sir Algrim.
The only thing I remember about it was that you had said that in order for Frederick to be king, like 15 people would have to suddenly kick the bucket.
Oh, yeah, yeah. For him
I mean-
to lawfully become king in the line of succession of an emergency, yes, it'd be about probably 20 to 30 people would have to kick the bucket. And a few other safeties would have to have gone. Or he could just kill the king and just declare himself emperor for life. And then only one guy would have to die. But Sir Algrim would probably attempt to kill him at that point.
I could also make a deal with a pit fiend.
You could. You could.
Oh, we know one.
No, we technically know a regent of the Nine Hells, not necessarily a pit fiend.
Well, okay, but he could probably, I forget how that works with what summons what, but he could probably help us if that's what you really wanted to do, how you really wanted to do it.
Of course, Zulthar is more of the lawfully aligned. That would be a destruction of the natural order of law. That might go against what is within his contractual abilities.
As long as he can use a wish spell.
True.
That's why it's pit fiend. Pit fiends grant wishes.
Wouldn't that kind of affect your alignment, though?
Isn't he chaotic neutral?
I am chaotic good.
Oh.
So,
Well, if it was for the good of the land, I think you could probably smush that into chaotic good.
Rationalize that.
as long as I feel it is for the greater good, it is good. And it is always greater good for me to be in charge. Just saying.
The morality of D&D games, ladies and gentlemen.
Because everybody loves you.
Well, he's just the best guy for the job.
I have all the qualifications.
All the qualifications.
And also devilishly handsome, good looks, etc.
I thought that was determined by your charisma.
Well, then I have extremely good looks, apparently. That's the case.
He's a pretty farm boy.
You got the farm boy charm.
Apparently.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Fredericks. Okay.
Let's keep
He kind of closes his eyes a little bit. He says, you have information dealing with Saronika's lieutenants within my city. Within my cities. Excuse me.
I do. I have a list that I have been able to procure through a network that I have established of information and trading goods, services, and favors and such. May I approach?
You may.
And I'll dig through my bag and find this letter with all the lieutenants on it, and I'll hand it to him. Did you fill it out the rest of the way? Most of the way. Heck yeah, look at you.
Oh, yes. There is, I think there's like probably 10 that are not on that list.
9.
All right, 9.
You're so close.
And yeah. I haven't gotten around to it. I've been doing stuff for 2 or 3 other campaigns, and um, yeah.
I got a question.
Yes. What is your question?
Is there any way, like, if I wanted to make a magic item, we could do it like at a game over, like talking about it over Facebook instead of having to wait,
Yeah, you can.
like,
I
you
have
know.
2 accounts in our messenger. You can ask questions.
Well, no, I mean, questions as far as like, how powerful the item's going to be. But what I'm getting at was more the in-game time,
Oh,
and
kind of
find a way
like
to be able to do it without having to interrupt the plot.
I mean, you could do it on your downtime because there's gonna be
there's going to be downtime.
yeah.
Usually, when you guys are traveling, I'm going to be assuming that you're going to take some time of that, especially if you're in a controlled environment, to work on things. I allow for that.
All right, that's all I want to know.
That's why I mentioned about that perfume after we were traveling back. The only thing with Yo and stuff is that it's quite a bit more involved than perfume or healing potions.
Mhm.
Right.
Well, differently involved.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm just saying it would take me an hour, however long, to make a bottle of perfume, whereas it would take him up to a week, depending on the powerful type stuff he's making.
Right. So we already did the whole prison thing, huh?
Yeah,
Yes.
seems like we did.
All right. So yeah, I gave the list to the king. And I will back down the stairs beside Sir Holgrim.
He says, "Do you have any idea what the purpose of Saronicus being in my kingdom, trying to overthrow me?"
I'll look at Sir Holgrim and just wait for him to give me a clue if he's going to speak or if I'm going to speak, because this is that awkward thing where like we both know similar stuff. Is he going to speak? I going to speak?
It was, and as he has said this, it was looking directly at you, and Sir Algum kind of, come on, kind
Okay.
of motions you to
I just,
respond.
just whisper like, this is usually your thing. And I speak, well, there is an order, a secret society, of which I am a member. That's all I will say about that. But they battled, fuck, what was his name?
Saronicus?
Well, Saronicus.
Abster.
And
And
yeah, they
Abster.
battled a force long ago named Abster. And the founder of the order, his brother was Saronicus. And he betrayed him to fight for Abster and then retreated to the surface world. Now we are unsure if Saronicus himself is still alive or not, but his order, his association has grown. They seek to make everyone equal by force. They take goods and services and resources from everyone and then distributes them as they seem fit, if at all. They want to erase histories and make everything equal and level. And it seems that they have a penchant for magical artifacts and as such. You being a main seat of power, well, the seat of power in this kingdom, if they could take your throne in your city, they could take the kingdom very quickly, very quietly. Now we will have some damage control to do now that you are back on the throne. However, though, we should be able to eradicate the the issue without problem.
Would you need any assistance in doing this?
Perhaps from time to time, we could work in your city first and make your city the bastion of safety, and then we can move to the neighboring cities. We have wagons and horses, perhaps providing or setting up room and board or compensation for room and board in the other cities, and a contact that you trust in the other city so that we might have more of a blind eye for some of the methods that we may need to use. Because some people go quietly while others do not go so quietly into the good night.
Did you say the good night?
Yeah, the good night. I know I messed it up. Leave me alone.
That's like a few hundred years.
Yeah, no, I've had to come up with most of this on the fly, so I understand improv speeches are a pain in the ass.
But yeah, it would really depend upon the situation and where we're going to. Some of the smaller cities who only have 1 or 2 lieutenants, as you can see in that list, a few days to eradicate the lieutenant and their lessers, while as the others maybe longer. Like here in the city, it might take us a few weeks. But once we have this city secured 100%, it should be fairly easy.
He waves his hand in the air, and you see this piece of paper just kind of appear. He says, "This," and he rolls it up, and waves his hand over. And you see the seal of the Kingdom of Ultan, the king's own personal seal, appear on it. It says, "This will give you carte blanche for your endeavors. I would prefer that you deal with the ones farther afield first. I wish to keep up the appearance that the heart of the Oasis, the heart of the desert that is the Oasis, is still within Sronika's control. Because if this one falls first, then they shall certainly flee from all the rest of the cities. And I have actually an important job for you to deal with within Giva."
Within Giva, that'd be very good. There's a few lieutenants that we need to discover there and take care of. What is this issue?
Our artisans are working on special projects there. They are... Tell me, how did you come across the sea?
By ship.
Which ship?
Fuck. Give me a second. I have it written down. No, I don't. I don't have it written down.
Oh no!
I'll turn to Solargram and just like, what ship?
Didn't it have a color in it?
Oh, hang on. I'm looking up my notes as well. I actually have a list of famous ships. The Corner Brook. No. Yes, the Corner
Yeah.
Brook.
The Corner Brook.
Did you spend any particular time below the deck of the Corner Brook?
I believe most of my time. Can you guys give me like 5 seconds? I'm sorry, I gotta make my son a bottle.
What
All right.
mystical powers?
Oh yeah.
Second.
Turning him into a bottle.
It's lovely.
We do a lot of literal humor where I'm from, so.
The only thing I could think of were what we had figured out were cannon below deck.
Very good.
But I mean, I can't really remember. It was so long ago. I can't really remember observing anything else very much.
I gotta remember with all the accents I used on the Western in the Western Kingdom.
Man.
Yeah,
Don't you just love accents?
I do.
Yeah,
I
he
really
does.
do.
It's just so hard to keep track.
Well, I had trouble with Sir Holgrim's voice. It's like, okay, he's all gruff and stuff, and it's like, what's going on? Hey, you guys could actually see Fulsey at some point.
Oh, that guy, Fulsey. Wasn't he like our, not quite our manservant, but the guy who like helped us a lot at the very, very, very beginning of the campaign, right?
No, he's the dude you found in a painting.
Oh, wow, that guy. He
Yeah.
went to go hang out with the Warforged, and we sent him over there to keep safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, when he gets back, I'm probably gonna wrap this up because I am pushed.
Yeah. Oh wow, it's already holy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's almost
Yeah.
11 o'clock. Yeah. Do, 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 ba, ba. Ba, da, da.
So sorry. So sorry.
Oh, it's totally fine.
All right. Yes, I believe I spent most of my time below deck.
Perhaps you observed several strange contraptions below deck.
It was a little while ago. I mean, I'm sure I have.
The metal tubes?
The metal tubes, a series of metal tubes on a carriage.
Yes.
He kind of looks over at Lundgren. These are a new type of weapon. And soon, with the research that our artisans and our wizards are doing, we will not need to use boats to fly through the water, to pass over the water in order to cross the inland sea.
Oh, I want an airboat.
You'll be able to shorten times of travel and be able to go over mountains and cross plains much quickly. Be able to see enemies at great distances. I personally believe that this is part of what Saronicus endeavors to take care of, to use in his crusade to make everyone equal. I'll give you...
Oh,
Yes?
please continue, sir.
I will give you a contact, a native of Giva. I can sense that there's at least one individual who you would want to talk to in the city, and one whom we already have talked to as well. He claps his hands, the dark portal opens up, and shooting up out of it, a little surprised, as if he was in the middle of doing something, and all of a sudden he's somewhere else, is Isra Toadspore. He's facing the wrong way, and he turns around and goes, Alish. Eh? He kind of straightens his coat and stands up. Isra shall guide you through Giva and assist you in following one of the agents who I sense within the city. Yes, I will. He's like, we look on Isra's face is like, what am I doing here? I don't know what's going on, but I'm just going to agree with the super powerful individual who just kind of called me out of the ether.
I will. I'll kind of clap him on his shoulder and just. It'll be okay.
He leans and says, I hope so. Now, I have affairs of state to deal with, and a bed, perhaps, to actually use. You may be on your way.
I'll give a curt little bow and disappear and leave.
Sir Hargrim also follows, and he mentions that he needs to find his clothes and his armor and stuff and get kind of back in shape. And you're left with the rest of the party and Toadspore.
I will immediately flick a little bit of the dust of coughing or dust of choking.
Would you please stop that?
It's been so long, buddy. I missed you.
Oh, that's how you show love. Oh,
One of the
I
ways.
missed you too.
So we're going to Giva, which I hear is your hometown.
Ah, yes, Eva. It is a beautiful city. And by beautiful, I mean full of industry, loud noises, and people who you would like to strangle in the dead of night. But it is home.
Do you have a home there?
Of a sort, I have my favorite bar.
Not what I meant.
I travel around a lot. I do not
I'm-
have a fixed place of residence.
I'm not opposed to spending every night at a bar.
I know you're not. You're a man after my own heart.
All right.
What's industry?
How long of a travel is it to Giva?
Probably about the same distance between the Oasis and Hua. So 2 to 3 days.
Hua was the temple we were at?
Hua was the ancient citadel that you were in, yes.
Okay, could I see the map? Like the world map? Or continent? Or kingdom?
Yes.
I want
I
to
get-
see something. So there's Giva. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. So what we could do, right, is we'll hit Giva, and then we'll make our way over here to the Piers of Pascom, and then we'll head back to the Oasis in case he needs our help with anything else.
Or we can talk to him to figure out why he's so dang awesome.
What the?
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist that one. I saw it, I was just like, that's perfect.
What, the drawing of the things?
Yeah.
All right. Toadspore turns to Tread and says, industry is, you know how they make things? Lots of them. They do it a bunch. And a lot of it. And you, as he does this, he kind of throws, and when he says a lot of it, he kind of throws his arms wide, and you see the weird wooden sticks that he has strapped to the side of his rib cage.
Tread just pictures big forests with like people chopping down trees and making stuff out of them. I like it.
I knew you would. Well,
Toadspore, tell me, do you have any
yes.
friends in Giva?
I have friends everywhere.
Good. Because we need their eyes and ears.
A strange request, but oh, you mean that way. Yes. There is an individual from Giva who I was going to meet, but apparently I had pressing business elsewhere, who is probably just as interested in working to rid us of Soronicus as we all are, because he's really cramping my style, let me tell you. I just want to explore things and get paid, and this whole business of his making everyone equal, and it seems to be getting out of money, and all this strange things really cramp my style.
There's six
I like
men-
getting paid.
well, 6 people, excuse me, in Giva that we have to kill.
I mean, more have probably disappeared. The time we've been talking, then it's merely 6, but I'm sure no one will miss them.
Good. We'll leave
Yes.
tomorrow.
Yes, I was just about to recommend that, but we must first meet an associate of ours, because he will be traveling back to Giva with us. Who I was talking to when he indicates the throne room and like miming coming up from the floor.
Let's go.
All right, we're going to cut off there tonight because one, I have to use the bathroom, and two, it's super late. So we'll catch you next week in the adventures of Forging the Onyx. Cool music plays as the lights go down.